Congratulations. Next, would the 83, 84, and 85 Edmonds High School cross-country teams come up? Come on up, girls. So what we'd like to do, just as we did with the boys, is just recognize the teams, and some are here and some are not, and then when I'm done, Stacy Larson's going to come up and say a few words. So the 1983 team, state champions obviously, members Stacy Larson, Amy Williams, Cindy Seberg, Kostra Rossiter, Jenny Dionigi, Jenny Hamilton, Barb Lavery, Chris England, and Sarah Williams. Even though we were all about the pack, we're still going to recognize individual efforts at the state meet. Stacy Larson in the 83 state meet finished 3rd. Amy Williams was 4th. Cindy Seberg was 8th. Kostra Rossiter was 10th. I mean, wow. That's very impressive. The 1984 team, Amy Williams, Kostra Rossiter, Cindy Seberg, Jenny Dionigi, Jenny Hamilton, Barb Lavery, Stacy Larson, Jill Christ, and Sally Jeffers. This team was also Wesco champs, Northwest District champs. The top state placers, Amy Williams was 2nd, Kostra Rossiter 5th, Cindy Seberg 10th. Wow. The 1985 team, also Wesco champs, Northwest District champs. Members Amy Williams, Kostra Rossiter, Cindy Seberg, Erica Klein, Jenny Hamilton, Stacy Larson, Barb Lavery, Jenny Eustace, and Kathy Dent. Top state placers, Amy Williams 2nd, Kostra Rossiter 5th, Cindy Seberg 10th, Erica Klein 11th. Wow. Speaking on behalf of the Edmonds High School girls back-to-back state championship teams, Stacy Larson.
First of all, I just want to thank the Edmonds Woodway Hall of Fame committee for nominating us tonight to be inducted. And it was such an honor. It's such an honor to be here with these ladies. They're amazing and wonderful, and my years here at Edmonds cannot be described any better than this team and being with these ladies. So I'm just so glad they're here. Amy Williams is living in Luxembourg and could not make it, but she really wanted to. We pleaded on email, so she really wanted to be here. And I know Barb couldn't be here from our actual gals that ran in the state meet, so we're only missing 2. Am I right? And I just want to also thank Tom Campbell, or better yet, it's known as TC, to all of us, for what an amazing man he was to coach us and to give us that first experience for many of us, including myself, as being an athlete, but give us that first positive experience of what running was and what competing was. And he was so good at teaching us what a hard day was, which was really hard, and an easy day, which I think TC called a 3-ring circus. Yeah. And they were crazy and easy, and we recovered. But he taught us so much, and I just am so thankful that a life journey for me, and I know for the rest of these ladies, started right here at Edmonds. And it started with him and how he molded us to run and to compete. And that if we believed in ourselves and made goals and worked a little bit every day, good things would happen and big goals would be met. And that's a metaphor for life. And I've taken that the rest of my life and worked hard every day at goals that I had. So I want to thank TC extra special. Give me a round of applause. And just really quick, but that's just a thank you, and I just so appreciate again for being here and the honor this is for this team to be here and be inducted. So thank you.
If the boys back-to-back teams would come up here and join the gals, Coach Campbell has a few things that he would like to say.
Thank you, Bill. While they're coming up here, I wanted to straighten up one thing. I started coaching at Edmonds High in 1967, and I really did try to get Bill Demarudis out for cross country, but both of us decided it wasn't that good of a fit. And obviously he did very well choosing the other direction. First of all, I want to thank all of the runners I've ever coached, because the team wouldn't have run without them. Actually, they did the running and I did the coaching, and we had a lot of fun along the way. First, I want to congratulate all the Hall of Fame winners tonight for all of your efforts and achievements. We do something a little different than a lot of the other sports, but that's what makes it unique, because in a way there's kind of a special personality that is attracted to distance running. It comes in all shapes and sizes and interests, but I was lucky enough to be dealt a great hand, and so I'm really one of the most fortunate coaches there are. These people are great. A few special thank yous first to my wife for 30 years that I coached. Elaine, why don't you stand up? She actually was coaching me. She went to many meets and everything, so she was along with the journey. A special thank you, like Charlie said, to the parents, because I would borrow your son or daughter for maybe 2 hours in the afternoon, and then we might go down to Oregon to a cross-country meet. Hey, those were pretty good trips, weren't they? To my assistant coaches, Al, Bonnie, Jim Pace, I had a number of them, Carl Baum, they helped me out throughout the career. And in cross country, we used managers because I ran with the kids quite a bit and the other coaches did. So there's some special managers that we had, because they had to take the times, and the times on the Hot City Disco days, that's where you ran your butt off, which was like interval miles. They were really important, and if a manager or somebody missed a time, the kids would really get mad at it. They didn't mean to, but they knew what the times meant and if they were getting better. So we had managers, Barb Henderson, Louis Bowe, Dan Gorgas, Don Cardiff, to mention some. And I was looking back in some of my my cross-country notebooks, and there were some nice comments, especially about Barb Henderson. So we tried to get her here, and I don't think we ever found her. Special thank you to Roger Myers. He was my cross-country coach. I just happened to end up running at Edmonds High my junior and senior year, and I think I learned, the most important thing I learned about him is cross country is just all about fun. Then whatever happens after that is what happens. So, and then a special shout out here to Mr. Bill Hull. Mr. Bill Hull ran for me starting in 3rd grade, and he went to Westgate Elementary. Yes, and so when he could, he would come up to the high school and he would run with the high school kids. And I told him when he came, I said, you only have to run what you can do. Don't feel like you have to do what the high school kids do in their efforts. So the highlight of his running career, he was a very fine runner, one of the best in the U.S. The highlight probably for Bill was going up to the cabin with a team, and the boys taped him to the tree outside the cabin. Now, E-Dub, you can't do that today because that's called hazing or something like that. A special thank you to Angie McGuire, Jennifer Eklund, Jeff Bennett, and a lot of others for hosting. This is a magical night. This is the 2nd year. It's really special. I want to just kind of slip this in because this is sports kind of unique and we have to kind of pass things on. So would the E-Dub cross country team in the back stand up, please? Yes, that's you. You and crew. And they wear camis in honor of our 1981 team. The fastest boy I ever had running was Carl Van Kalkar, and he liked to hunt, and he would wear wool pants, and so that was unique. Then I think it was Charlie LeWarn the next year, before the first meet showed up, he said, Campbell, I got a great thing the team's going to do. And the first thing I said is, okay, I'm going to get in trouble for this one too. So what happened is the guys brought out, they had cami shorts like the Navy or the Army. And that was the tradition that was followed. And now the Edmonds Woodway crew, and this Edmonds Woodway crew is very, very good. Last year they got 11th in state in the boys, and in the girls, they were second by 1 point from a tie. So we wish them good luck down the way, and Al, Bonnie, and Kate are their coaches. To sum up for these 6 teams, and there are still more to come, I'm going to read something that I wrote in the notebook. And if you'll just, this is at the end of the year, I put a notebook together. So this is what I said to the 1983 crew. Thank you very much for being an enthusiastic, hardworking, disciplined group of athletes. And a few of you were fairly good scholars too. You had the goal of a double at state as your goal from the end of the track season. And you quietly went about realizing your aspirations. You are the finest boys and girls team I have ever worked with, and it was my privilege to be your coach. All the hard work, miles, intervals, hills, golfing, gas money paid off, and you knew it would just after you started. Obviously, there was great joy and fun in the winning at state, but I can honestly say that I had more fun just being with many of you out on the roads, laughing, arguing, telling stories, also doing the same things while in the showers. And we have to explain that because it is, this is the modern area, and I would shower with the guys, and we would sit there and talk about, number one was food, because they were starving half the time, and then turnouts and everything else like that. So that was the time when that was part of our cross-country team. And we'll leave it at that, I guess. In many ways, the real joy and fun is in the process of winning, not just in the winning itself. You should also be commended on your ability to push yourself further and higher, even when you knew during the season that you could well be the best. That is the sign of a true champion. A special thanks to all the seniors, John, Greg, Charlie, Tim, Mark, Tony, Kirby, Jim, Manuel, Dave, and Sarah for providing the leadership and inspiration. The younger runners will do well to follow your example in the years to come. Another special thanks to Jimbo, that was my assistant coach, for helping run this motley crew. To the younger runners, if you spend as much time in the off-season logging in miles as I do in compiling, typing, and copying this notebook, we'll all be champs again. I'm willing to commit a great amount of time in helping you become the best runner that you can be, but only if you are willing to do your fair share. To the boys especially, it would help you to remember that the state championship won by the boys was won mostly by the senior boys, and it was won by their hard work and effort. Now it is your turn to put in the effort and dedication, because that is the only way you will get to the big time. To the girls, virtually everyone will be back, and you will be ranked as the team to beat. And that is just what Tumwater, Shorewood, and at least 4 other teams will try to do. They have set you in their sights and are using you as the model of what a good team can be and do. What you need to do is the same thing you've always done. Log in those off-season miles, hit some races, and once the season starts, quietly go about doing what you do best, and that's racing at the front. And I picked up, there was an article on the Stanford girls cross-country team, the college team, and I thought this kind of came in with the girls in mind, our girls. Under the lights at Houston, it became clear that these women sacrificed not just to gain the approval of coaches and parents, but to go out for a little over 4 minutes in the 1500, around 9 minutes in the 3000, and just under 16 minutes in the 5000, and in those few minutes to put a short lifetime of feminine niceness up on the shelf, well, they kick ass. That's what it says. I still get a huge Cheshire cat smile when I think of Hangman Valley. That's where the state meet was. And the gentlemen and the ladies of 1983, all the while thinking about the ultimate goal at stake, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And could they run? Oh, could they run? And lastly, to all the runners, a huge "Where in the world is Waldo?" thank you from me. It's really something to look back and see what you achieved. I just helped guide you. You did all the work. You were really special. You believed in yourselves. You believed and trusted in each other. And you believed and trusted in the coaches. And this is the most important, for having as much fun as I did coaching you. As Carly Simon sang, nobody does it better, nobody does it half as good as you. You are the best. So thank you for all of those fabulous years.